this video, we're going to do this exercise. Your task is to conduct an exploratory testing of the Jumia website. Focus on testing key functionalities from the perspective of a user. You'll need to submit an Excel spreadsheet with all the test cases that you have executed and the results. So let's open this link and see what it has for us. Alright, so this is the link, and I'm focusing more on the login functionality. So click here, go to sign in. So I'm going to show you how this spreadsheet should look, and we're going to start here from column A1. You have the project name, A2 module name, created by, created date, and the person who's reviewing, so reviewed by, and reviewed date. So I'll color this from A1 to A6 so that they can stand out as the table headers, something like that. Yeah, so give it a background of green and a font color of white. So for this, I'll just say Jumia module. This is the login module we're trying to test. Today's date. Okay, created by. So created by, I'll give it my name and today's date. So today's date 24th 02 February, that is, and 2024. For these two rows, I'll let them like that. They'll be filled in by the person who is reviewing these test cases. Next, I'll keep one row, and in here, the first column in this row, I'll say test scenario ID, and then here test scenario description. In here, test case ID, test case description, the test steps that I've taken, the test date, the test data, that is not date but data, post conditions, assertions, that is the expected results, the actual results that you'll get, the status, executed by, then the execution date, and finally the comments. For the comments, actually they are not necessary, so you can just have if any in brackets. So this row is a table head, so we'll do the same, give it a background of green and a font color of white. Yeah, so that's how you structure this spreadsheet, and now you can start filling in. We'll have test case, then give an abbreviation of JM, meaning Jumia, and this is the first test scenario ID, so you can just give it 000. Okay, so let me distribute all these columns so that they can be visible enough. For the test scenario description, we'll have something like verify the login functionality. For the test case ID, we'll paste that in and modify this according to the module. So you can add just a module to this. For this case, it's the login module. So in here, after the underscore, you can have login 00, that way. For the test case description, let's go ahead and check how this interface looks like. So they need an email or a mobile number. Okay, it will be enter a valid email or a phone number. Another test description we can have is maybe enter an invalid email, then enter an invalid phone number. For the test cases also, ID you need to increment also. So I'll paste that in, change that to 1, and 2, that way. For the steps, you need to write them in number form. So the first step is to enter a valid email or password. Once you do that, we enter a valid number, you click on the continue. So let's do that. This should be phone number actually. The second step is to click on the continue button. That way. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll input my email.com, click on continue. This is how it should behave, saying that you need to input a password. So let's go back and try to enter an invalid password. Maybe this and that. This email is not valid. For the expected results, as you have seen, show a password input field. For this expected results, as you can see, it showed an error. Invalid email address. Also, in these test cases, we also need some preconditions and the test data. So I'll add that in here. Insert one column left and say preconditions, and then the test data also on the right. For our case, the preconditions, we must have a valid URL and a test case, test data that is, of which you tried to enter the invalid phone number and invalid email. So that is the test data in this case. We have email, of which I'll enter the valid email, somgesho16@gmail.com. Then we have the valid phone number. You can paste into the rest of the rows. For this also, you can paste in and have an invalid email. So I'll get rid of the phone number and have an invalid email, maybe that. For this, get rid of the email and have an invalid phone number. And then for all this, status, executed by, execution date, and comments, I'll leave that to the reviewer. So that's all the work that a quality assurance engineer needs to do, and the rest of the work is to be approved by the reviewer, who is reviewing this test case. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope you learned a lot. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll leave the link in the description for this Excel sheet. And also, I hope you have learned a few things.